Hi, ma'am. Can you tell us about your name? You are?
I am Dr. Maria Rizalia Teves, currently the Dean of the College of Economics, Business and Accountancy, and the concurrent chairperson of the Department of Economics.
Okay. So I just want to ask because Mayor Marcos, would like to ask some, feedback or some, histories about him. Can you still recall who is he as a student?
Yeah, Mayor Marcos Mamay was one of my students particularly in macroeconomics because he has an economics major and I think also in econometrics. As a student, he's good, no, he's performing very well, and no, attitude wise, he's also very respectful. Uh, he was a working student while he was taking his baccalaureate degree.
Mm.
No, he was assigned at the graduate program, no, office of the graduate program of the college, and of course, during that time, I think he was financially challenged, so he needed really to be engaged as a working student so he could avail of a free tuition fee and be given a stipend and allowance as a working student. And also, we had a faculty member who was a benefactor for some students who were in financial need. No, he was one. No, Mayor Mamay was one of the beneficiaries of scholarship for, by Professor Sylvia Carpio scholarship grant. Okay, because we saw in him the potential, but of course we also knew that he was financially challenged that time. I could remember that during that time he was, I think, already married.
Okay.
Yeah, and at the same time, is continuing his baccalaureate program and taking care of his family. So we know that it was not easy for him, to balance schooling, work, and family. But he was good.
Mayor is working with the Peace and Development right now in Nunungan, doing some redos and, the family clash as well. During that time when he was still a student and you were also a teacher that
Yeah.
time, what was the status of the peace and order here in Lanao del Norte?
Yeah, as far as I could recall, Rido between families, Muslim families, was very rampant.
Okay.
Specifically in Lanao del Norte, in that particular province, there are a lot of Muslim-dominated communities, municipalities, and talaga there are a lot of redo cases,
Mhm.
among Muslim families. And as I could recall, Mayor Mamay already also related to us that his family was also having redo
Yeah.
during that time, and in fact that was the reason why he stopped his schooling here in MSU-IIT and joined the Philippine Military Academy. But of course, I think only for a year, or two, and he came back. And what motivated him was that redo condition between his family and maybe other families in their locality.
Knowing that mayor right now is on his last three term for, as a mayor, did you expect him before that he will become a mayor one day?
Not really, because after graduation, what I knew of him was he became, as a very successful businessman. And he resided in Cagayan de Oro City.
Mhm.
Uh, doing business in there. And of course, his business expanded in different areas of Mindanao.
Mm.
But I really did not think of him joining politics.
Yes.
And I was just surprised when I came to know that he was already an elected mayor of Nunungan.
Mhm.
Of course, we were happy, but it came to me as a surprise because I really was not expecting him to join politics.
Mm. So it's like there's no stereotyping and bigotry during that time. That I mean, when he was still a student, I mean, you have never thought that he will become a mayor one day, or are you seeing some leadership on him that time?
Yeah, I know, I could see in him that he has leadership qualities.
Mhm.
He was one of the officers of the Junior Economic Society, the organization of economic students, but not the topmost position,
Mhm.
just the lower position of the organization. He's good. He was showing leadership qualities, but I really could not associate still that leadership quality into something political, no, in the aspect of local governance and
Mm.
etc. So because after graduation, I learned that he was in business and he became very very successful. So
Mhm.
I really did not think of him joining politics when he was already very successful in his business.
Yeah. And knowing that, he's being interviewed right now in the national TV like ANC, CNN, Net25, SMNI, and also in international broadcast media. Did you expect that? I mean, how do you feel about it as a teacher?
Yeah, I am very, very proud of him.
Hmm.
In fact, when he became a mayor, and we invited him in many occasions, no, here in some events, in pre-commencement exercises, and he became an awardee as one of the MSU-IIT alumni. I know that he can, no, he can still do a lot more. He was awarded because of his humanitarian services, no. So I think Mayor Mamay could still do a lot to the community, to the country, and we are very proud of him as our alumnus, no.
And lastly, on the record right now, Mayor is set to launch his book on the last quarter of this year. Of course, it's dubbed as The Pugilist. Just to give you an idea, he's launching this book. It's all about the division of the society and the peace and development and some features of philosopher. So, what's your words of wisdom to him that he is about to launch his book right now?
Yeah, in fact, I am excited to see that book of his, and I also am not expecting him to become a writer.
Okay.
No? But given that he has come up with this book, that means he has this talent in writing talaga. No? And I love to see that book. I love to read that book if it is already available.
Follow-up question. His book is entitled The Pugilist, or in the layman's term, it's like a fighter.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself as a pugilist as well? Being part of his life as a teacher.
Not really.
Mhm.
But I could see it in him.
Okay.
Maybe the book is parang it's a story of his life, maybe,
Mhm.
because I could see it in him. He is a fighter.
All right. And lastly, what's your final message to the viewers right now who's watching this documentary film? Just give us some overview of anything that you would like to say on screen right now.
Yeah, for all the viewers, I would like uh, to invite you to really follow through the life of Mayor Mamay and read his book when it will be available in the market.
And for sure, you will be given the first copy once it will be
I
published,
would
right?
love to get it. I would
Yes.
love to get it. And I encourage everyone to really see the book. And you will get a lot of inspiration out of his life.
Because Mayor told me about the book that some of the quotations are coming from his and her teacher. So I mean, it will be really coming from you some of the words of wisdom.
Maybe.
So hopefully you'll be also acknowledged for that book.
Yeah, I would love to see that. No, so
Thank you very much for your time, Doc.
okay, so
Been a pleasure, talking to you right now,
yeah.
despite of your, yeah.
Yeah, despite the very very short,
Short notice, yeah.
no. But I'm very happy that you were able to drop by
Yeah.
for this interview.
And he's so proud of you, by the way.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.